Tommy. Nice to see you again. How's your week been?
The same.
The same. Okay. So I just want to recap. Last week we talked and you told me some of the things that's been going on with you, and you're having some stress at work and at home. At work because you want to progress, and at home because of pretty much finances and struggling to make ends meet. Is that pretty much it?
Yes.
Okay. So today I want to try to give you some strategies to help you get through some of those issues at home. And one of the things that we've learned is that our thoughts control our emotions. So what we often spend a lot of time thinking about causes us to feel sad, or causes us to feel anxious, or causes us to have emotional issues. Okay? Does that make a little sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions about that?
No.
Okay. So some of the things we're going to work on today, just a thought stopping. We're going to learn to try to stop those thoughts and redirect them and move them in a different direction. And we're going to learn positive self-talk, decision making, and what's called symptom prescription, where you have a symptom and I'm going to give you a different prescription, something to do, not medicine, but something that you'll be able to take away from you and help you through some of your stress. So last week I asked you to fill out the emotional percentage chart, and you did that. Thank you very much. And from what I can see, you have filled in 3 spots on there. One is angry, which is, well, let's start with the smallest one, sad. You feel sad the least amount of time?
Yes.
And then there's angry and anxious. You want to tell me about the sadness? What happens?
Nothing, just withdraw from things and just stay in my thoughts about things that bring me down a moment.
Okay. So when you withdraw and you're at home, for instance, are you like off to your own space, and what's your family doing at that time? Or
I don't know, because I'm off to my own stuff.
are they playing around, or do you know if they're engaging?
Various things, they're engaging, playing around,
Okay.
doing different things.
Okay. So you don't ever have a desire to want to
Not recently.
join in? Okay. What about the angry part?
Just angry that some missteps have caused these problems.
Okay. So if I understand you correctly, you're just kind of mad at yourself for making some choices that you wish you could change.
Yeah.
Okay. So can I get you to think about, we can't go back and change those choices, but we can always make new ones. Is that true? Can we agree to that? Okay, great. What about the anxious part? What happens when you feel anxious?
Just trying to get through, wondering when I'm going to get through all this stuff I'm dealing with.
Okay. So what do you do for fun? You talked about the bike riding. What else do you do? Nothing. What about fun thoughts, happy thoughts? Is there any time you just sit and you have happy thoughts?
No.
Okay, back in before all these issues happened, tell me about some fun things that you did.
Nothing, take trips, vacations.
Okay. So what about happy thoughts about your trips or vacations? Can you think back to some of those and think about happy thoughts?
Not really, so far removed.
Okay. Give me one happy thought that you had back before all this happened, before all this started.
No wife and kids.
No wife and kids. And that was a happy time. What was happy about that?
No responsibility.
No responsibility. So you were carefree and just able to, okay. So the next thing I want to do is try to go over some strategies, some things that you can use while you're at home when you're starting to have anxiety, sadness, or feeling angry. So what I want you to do is stop. S-T-O-P. It's an acronym for me. I want you to, S stands for stop, T stands for think, O stands for observe, and P stands for prepare. Okay? So I want you to, when you are in your room and you're feeling sad and you feel you know this is the point where I'm withdrawn, I want you to stop and just say to yourself, S-T-O-P. I want you to stop and recognize what you're doing. Accept it. Commit yourself to accepting, okay, this is what I'm doing. I'm withdrawn. That's what's going on. I'm feeling sad about my situation. I want you to think about what you're doing, where you are, and what everybody else is doing in the house. Okay? And then I want you to observe your family and yourself and observe, really recognize how you're feeling at that time and what you're thinking.
Okay.
And then prepare. I want you to think about a happy thought. Now, you said that happy thought was before you had the wife and kids, but you felt carefree. So pull from that happiness, and I want you to prepare your mind to find some joy in that day and think about something happy instead of thinking about something sad.
Okay.
So S-T-O-P. Okay? Yep. So you're going to recognize your own thoughts and modify your own thoughts, which will help you modify your feelings. So when we first sat down, you talked about your thinking modifies helps to change your feelings. So if you stop yourself from thinking about those things that are bringing you down, because at that point you can't really change anything at that point, can you?
Nope. So
all you can do is think about what's going to happen for the future. So if you stop and bring a happy thought to yourself, then you can move on from that thought, which will change how you're feeling. Okay? That's the hope of doing that exercise. Okay? And the other thing I want you to do is to commit. Okay, I want you to commit to remove yourself from that cave, that room, that area you go where you are by yourself and you're withdrawn. So when you start to feel sad, I want you to commit. Say to yourself, I'm here, I'm thinking about being sad, I'm going to commit to remove myself from this area. You're going to go to another part of the house. Can you commit to that?
No.
Is that good? Okay. So when you leave that area, now you're going to go from your room and you're going to go interact with your family. Can you commit to doing that?
Try.
You can try. And you just go, like, for the first time, maybe go down there and sit with them while they're doing something fun. Okay. And then you can observe. And then maybe next time you can go down and you can say, hey, I want to have some fun too. Okay. Can you commit to at least leaving the room and going to sit with your family?
Yes.
Okay. Great. And I just want you to know, anxiety is controllable. We just have to, you just have to control your thoughts and not let your thoughts take over your feelings, okay? So it is controllable. It's something that we can help you get through, and by making better decisions. So when you sit down to commit to stop, when you stop and then commit, you're then going to make a better decision. That's going to get up and remove yourself from that area to change your feelings, okay? And I want you to practice right now for me. When you go up in your room and you're sitting there, I want you to just sit there and just tell me what you're thinking. What are you saying to yourself? Just pretend like I'm not here. You're on your bed and you're just thinking those sad thoughts.
Just thinking what steps I need to make to get out of this situation.
Just act like I'm not here. Don't tell me what you're doing. Just pretend like nobody's in here but you. And you're sitting on that bed. What are you saying to yourself?
I'm not saying anything.
What are you thinking to yourself? Think it out loud for me.
What can I do to get out of this situation?
So you just saying, what can I do? So sit there and say that. Say that.
What can I do to get out of this situation?
Keep saying it.
What can I do to get out of this situation? Okay, what can I do to get out of this situation?
Okay. So instead of doing that, how does that feel when you do that? Does that feel like you're going to get out of the situation?
No.
Okay. So instead of doing that, say, I'm going to work tomorrow to get out of the situation. I'm going to set one goal to get out of the situation. Say that.
Work on one goal to get out of this situation.
Okay. And I'm going to leave this room and go sit with my family.
And I'm going to leave this room and go with my family.
All right. So we got to Commitment, you're gonna stop.
Yes.
STOP. You're gonna commit to leaving the area where you feel sad. Okay, you to help your thinking, change your feelings.
Okay.
And then you're going to sit there and remember how it felt to sit here and say that your problems are wearing you down. So you're going to commit to a goal, saying something positive, speak something positive instead of something negative. Okay? Very good. And let me know how that works for you next week.
Okay.
Good seeing you.
You too.
Have a good week.
You too.
Bye-bye.
You're weird, Mommy.
You don't have to use Tom.
You're making him uncomfortable, Mommy.
Exactly. He's
You're
like,
like